Hey guys, it's your boy Wolfie. Now, if you've been paying attention, BASTET just finished getting a rework. And if you know me, you know that I love playing my girl BASTET. I play her all the time, hence why there's so many videos of her on the YouTube. But we're gonna get past that. It's not my aging god pull. I just like to have fun on the character. Uh so let's get into this conversation real quick. Okay, so the real question about Bastet that people are going to be asking in this video is Bastet better or worse after her rework? And the answer isn't very simple. It's kind of both. It depends on who you are as a player and what kind of game mode are you playing. Uh, I think that she's going to technically be worse right now just because there's so much power in the game. But I think as time goes on and the jungle items get nerfed or she gets nerfed, I think she's going to be on a much more healthy state character because she's gaining a lot of utility. She's going to be losing her massive, ridiculous burst damage that in many cases is unreactable to. As you can see in this clip, I'm able to like jump and kill this AMC before he can even think. Meanwhile, in the current state of the game, it's going to take a little more than that to get a kill. It's not as instant, and even if I use my ult, it has like a really long wind up, but it's still technically the same thing. But what you're going to be missing out on is the fact that you're not going to have that AoE potential. There's a lot of situations in team fights where people are grouped up and I can get a giant pounce and a giant scratch on their entire team, while the new ultimate isn't really changing how much damage I'm outputting on a single character. It's going to change how much damage I can output in a giant team fight. It's also going to remove some of the utility that you used to have with your cats to be able to block auto attacks from ADCs. So you are going to be having some negatives with the current changes. But that doesn't mean that it's all bad. It's going to create so many new opportunities with the new lifesteal and with the new ultimate. Granted, it's a little bit of a channel ability, and this is why I said it really depends on your skill level, because in the end of the day, this is a skill shot, and it's a slow moving skill shot. It's going to be very easy to miss, but it goes through walls and it forces beats. So she's gaining things. It's just, let's go over the kit and I can explain this better. All right, so Bastet's 1, her 2, and her 3 are pretty much exactly the same. I just want to put a little grunt in there, a little dissatisfaction with the rework. I really wish they kind of kept her ability to throw 3 cats instead of just 1. Kind of to have that reference of what she used to be. Losing the ability to throw 3 cats kind of limits her potential late game, because her 3 cats was a really big factor in her being able to deal with ADCs or not. And that was part of one of her bigger strengths. And I think that's probably one of the bigger things that she's going to miss out on. Especially because these cats get like hit by abilities that stop them from moving. Like cats can't run through Whirlpool. You can block abilities like Kamazot's lifesteal ability. It'll stop on the cat. It'll eat Uller stun, etc., which is really nice. But you're going to miss out on the root in every one of those cases, as opposed to being able to eat an ability and then the root can still hit them. I think they should have gave her something like Cerberus passive with the auto attacks, maybe tie it to her abilities instead and let her build up the 3 cats so it's not just always 3 cats. Maybe something to think about, but I really am going to miss that one part of the kit. That's just me. That's one of the bigger things. Now, what's going to change for Bastet is that she's going to have a new passive and she's going to have a new ult. Now, the passive, let's talk about the passive first. The passive is going to be massively, it's going to be a huge change for her. It's going to open up opportunities for her that she didn't have before. She's now going to have abilities, lifesteal, and lifesteal in her base kit, which is really good. It's going to help her with the jungle. It's going to help her with boxing, but it's going to open potential to like have her like maybe in the solo lane, maybe in middle, maybe in ADC, it's going to open up all these possibilities because she's going to be able to trade now. She's going to lifesteal off minions in the lane. She's going to lifesteal off the god that she's boxing with. It's going to keep her hit and run potential, but make it a little bit less one shot and more I'm going to outplay you. Now, I like this, even though I'm missing out on the opportunity of the huge burst before, because it's better to play against this, and it's also gives you a little more of a feeling that you're outplaying the enemy player as opposed to, oh, I just one-shot them. But missing that is technically going to be worse in things like ranked, because now you don't have that move speed anymore. You're not going to be able to just position yourself next to enemies all the time or chase somebody who's going to who would normally get away, but since a little bit of extra move speed, it lets you pick off that player that you couldn't pick off before. It was nice, but it wasn't the best passive for Bastet. I think this passive is technically better for Bastet, and that's cool, but you are going to miss that move speed, and you are going to feel it because move speed is very recognizable when it's gone. But yeah, welcome to potentially solo Bastet. Another item that people don't buy on this character that's now going to become a thing is Soul Eater. I think you're kind of going to be silly to not buy Soul Eater. She's going to have built-in ability lifesteal and regular lifesteal, and having Soul Eater is probably going to enhance the way that she plays now as opposed to the way that she played before. Having a little more lifesteal is going to be able to make you to box better. She's going to probably become a way more boxing-oriented character who's going to potentially be able to deal with tanks and solo laners better than she's ever been before. So this is fantastic. She's probably gonna feel closer to Tsukiyomi or Set than the traditional assassin with the way that I'm thinking now with how the build and stuff. It's also going to open the opportunity to potentially build half hybrid Bastet, because she's not only damage now, she has sustain and she has a CCO. So we might maybe not even Tsukiyomi or Set, maybe more like Camazotz and Fenrir. If I'm thinking more about it, she's going to be able to buy these items because she's going to have more sustain. This is all cool. This is all great for the theory crafting on what's better for the character or not. I'm personally using a build that I used before purely off of comfort reasons, and I just knew the build before I threw the video up, so I just did this. But I would swap in a Soul Eater somewhere. Maybe I might replace the Heartseeker as I'm first going through. Maybe I'll replace the Brawlers for it, and then just sell the Jotuns later for Brawlers. Or maybe I buy Brawlers first and buy Soul Eater right after. The builds probably has interchanging things. I think about the only thing that's probably staple on Bastet is probably Transcendence. She's mana hungry, bro. She eats through mana like that. So like you kind of need Transcendence on this character. That's just me. Maybe I'm old and I can't manage my mana. All right, so now let's talk about the massively changed ult. So this ult is nuts. Now, the reason why this ult is both better and worse is because technically you have a better ability. This ability is insane. This ability is going to change Bastet so that she's not only good when there's high power in the game and going full burst is the main meta. This is going to make it so that she's good all year round. She's going to become a new staple like Thor and Hunbats and Thanatos, who just always seem to find their way back into the meta somehow. Who just like, their kits are so solid, they find their way back. Surcat, etc. Like, this ability is going to make her technically viable the entire time that she's out, which is really good, which is awesome, because if you really like to play Bastet, the last thing you want to hear is that your character's not good because of a patch. So the fact that this can literally CC people and just bring them to you is nuts. The cat goes after them, brings them back, drops them in a little bougie fake Poseidon whirlpool, and they're slowed as they're running away. This is huge. This is great. This allows you to pick somebody out of the team fight. This allows you to do all sorts of other crazy stuff. And not only is it able to pick people out of a team fight, it goes through walls and will bring them past the wall. This is going to open up so many opportunities for ganking lanes and middle and stopping someone at Fire Giant, or maybe making somebody reset the Gold Fury. This is going to open up a huge, like, like laundry list of opportunities that you weren't able to do before. But the one thing you're going to miss out on is that ranked carry potential that I was talking about. You can't, it's a single target ability and it hits the first person it hits. It's also a slow moving nuke and it's hard to hit. It has a long windup, but now you're going to have CC immunity. So if you're really skilled, you can use that to get out of certain things that you normally wouldn't be able to, like maybe a Cerberus ult or an Ares ult. She's going to be way better against characters like Ares. These are all different things you got to think about when you're talking about the character. So these possibilities, while they're good, are also going to lose out on other things. So again, not the giant AoE potential, but all the utility that comes out of it and the safeguard of her being better late game and the possibility of her being a lane where at any point in time you could potentially just be pulled under the tower. That intimidation factor alone is just going to add a whole new presence to the character. So yeah, I like the change. I think the change is fantastic. I think it was a great thing to the character. She loses a little bit of burst damage. She gets more utility. She becomes more viable. She becomes better health for the game. She creates new opportunities that other characters don't currently have in the game. This pull through wall is insane. This is insane. There's a whole new thing that no other character right now has, and this alone is going to keep her viable. Now she literally has something that makes Bastet Bastet. My only complaint on this change, the biggest complaint I have on this change, is there's no way to get 3 cats. And I feel like that's bad. Not only is it bad for a player perspective, but it kind of you kind of lose the old identity of the 3-cat Bastet. And I think they could do better on that. Maybe somebody will find this video and change it to high res and just do me a solid so I can keep winning rank games. Help, please. Yeah, overall, great rework. I think the character is going to be great. I think y'all going to be playing her. I think y'all going to think that she's overpowered when she first comes out. The potential of going through the wall is kind of like nutty. Just remember, she's technically going to be harder to play now. Player error is going to be way higher. Skill ceiling is going to be higher. And hardcore carry potential in ranked is probably lower, but she's probably more of a safe pick now. I think you're going to feel less bad about picking her early because she's going to bring everything on the list. Again, CC, damage, mobility. She's got the whole thing. She's got the whole package. She's a great character. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be playing her in ranked tonight, so you guys can see my opinion on her and how I feel when I get her in those games, or if she's banned the whole time. All right, guys, that's it for my opinion. If y'all liked the video, please smash that like button, hit that little subscribe button, and ring the bell to let you know when I'm putting out more videos. Please drop some comments. Let me know if y'all agree with me, disagree with me. Tell me if y'all like the rework. Tell me if y'all dislike the rework. Let me know if y'all find any crazy builds or possibilities or lanes that she really works in, or little secret spots you can ult through and cat. I would love to know about that stuff. I'm personally gonna be playing her all night on ranked and see how she turns out. If she's not banned every game, she's probably gonna be banned every game. Y'all would like to see that. I stream between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. for my SMITE slot, and then I stream another like 2 or 3 hours for variety games, doing all other nonsense. So around 6 days a week, 5 or 6, where I stream between 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. and just stop by. Let me know how y'all feel. I will see y'all later. You guys have a good one. Deuces, my friends. I hope you guys have a good day.